Cheers and welcome to Champagne Check-ins. Today we are going to discuss my luxury bus from Kuala Lumpur to Singapore. Let's see what you think. So, I was headed to Singapore for a fantastic event, something I'm really excited about. I'll share that with you later. But I decided instead of just flying down to Singapore, I'd take a bus. So a little bit of research and I found this bus called Airline. The convenient way to fly is their tagline, and I thought, well, let's just check this out. Purchased my ticket and lo and behold, it was just like an airline. It was fantastic. I had a great time. So I'm going to tell you all about the bus using my rating system, Bubbles, because we know champagne has bubbles. Now, each category will get up to 5 corks. And then at the end, I'll average the corks to give you an overall rating of my experience. So let's start. First, we have bougie. Was the luxury bus bougie? And I'll tell you what, the seat had a recliner, and it had a leg rest that popped up and put your legs on. You were provided a blanket and you were provided headphones for the entertainment system. Bougie all the way. 5 corks. I'm on a bus with a seat that thinks it's on an airplane. I don't know. Definitely 5 corks. So is it upscale? Now, value for your money. I did not save any money by doing this instead of flying. A round-trip ticket from KL to Singapore was about 170 USD. My ticket, 31 for my bus and another 130 for a one-way back to KL. Those are right about the same price. So I can't say that I saved any money. What I did save was the airport headache. I didn't have to go through immigration. I didn't have to worry about packing my liquids and my water bottle. And I didn't have to worry about any of that on the way here. So if you're only doing a one-way trip, I would say absolutely it's upscale. It's so value for the money. If you're not returning back, or if you're going to return, go ahead and go by bus again. I just think that, I definitely did not save any money. I do think, however, it is an upscale experience. So I would rate this at 4 corks. Blissful. How blissful was my adventure? Now, there are a very limited number of seats on this bus. There's 2 floors. There's only 6 seats on the bottom floor. Look at this. And on the top floor, it's a very small, kind of a small cabin, I say. 2 seats on one side and 1 solo seat on the left, which is perfect for me as a solo traveler. I don't have to worry about anybody next to me. I'm on my own, kind of felt like a business class seat where I didn't have to worry if I needed to go down and go to the bathroom that somebody was in my way. And that made it extremely blissful. We were traveled, it just felt like we were traveling so slow. It was just this beautiful little jaunt through the countryside of Malaysia. It was fantastic. 5 corks all the way. Absolutely blissful, calm, and peaceful. Now, did it have bravado? How was the staff involved? So we had 2 staff members on our journey. One was the cabin attendant. Yes, he called himself a cabin attendant. And the captain. The announcements made by the cabin attendant were fantastic. I'll tell you more later. They were so kind to your luggage. They very carefully put your luggage in the compartment at the back of the bus. They took them out when we had to take them into Singapore for security at immigration. They were fantastic. The cabin attendant brought blankets, and he brought headphones, and then he brought snacks and tea, and he was cleaning. He was just like a flight attendant, up and down the aisle, up and down the stairs. Absolutely fantastic, happy and kind. Absolutely, the staff on the airline deserves 5 corks without hesitation. All right, so how loaded is this bus with identity issues? Well, the seat itself, number 1, reclining with a footrest and a nice pillow. You were provided a blanket, headphones, a snack, a tea, and a water bottle included. And they had an onboard entertainment system. Watch this. Unbelievable. Loaded all the way. 5 corks. 5 corks for sure. Enclave. In the enclave for transportation, we talk about the terminals at the beginning and the end, the route that we took, and everything in the middle. So, we boarded at the Chorus Hotel right near the Twin Towers in downtown KLCC. We drove through the city. We made a stop at Penang. Very quick little 20-minute stop. They had bathrooms, they had places you could purchase food, they had a gas station. It was a very nice little stop. Then we continued on, drove through Johor, where is Legoland, and the beautiful brand new stadium is, I looked it up, it's just a beautiful, fantastic, state-of-the-art football stadium in Johor. Then we took a little turn. I expected us to go straight this way, but we went down to the right. We had to exit the bus to go through immigration to exit Malaysia, back on the bus to cross the water, and then off the bus for Singapore immigration. Back on the bus through the city of Singapore, and we were at Harbourfront. The Harbourfront is a beautiful mall, and that's the cruise port. There is a cruise port and ship, but I'm not going on a cruise. But, I might, now that I saw that ship and port, I might just do that. I was thinking it, but I've been to all the ports of call, Penang, Langkawi, and Phuket. So I thought, but I might just do that, make the cruise ship my destination and check out a new cruise line. The terminal again at Singapore was not really a terminal. We hopped off the bus, they gave us our suitcase, and we walked away. It was that simple. So, enclave for this bus, I have to give it 5 corks. There's absolutely no reason I wouldn't. Just fantastic. And last, the surprises. Now, I was not surprised by very much on this trip. It was very much a bus trip. Yes, it was a little bit luxury, but it was very much a bus trip nonetheless. The one surprise that I had was the announcements from the cabin attendant. About 5 minutes into our journey, we get a call, and it says that we will welcome and thank you for traveling with Airline, the convenient way to fly. He went on to explain that snacks were provided and he would come around with hot tea service in a minute. He explained explained that the bathroom was for emergency use only and we would be stopping, but feel free to use it if you need it, but we will be stopping later. He explained that the captain is been driving for I don't even remember how many years. He talked about that we would be cruising at 90 kilometers per hour on our way to Singapore. And again, he says, it was just like you were on an airplane. I had no idea. When we got to Singapore, again, it was just like we're getting ready to get off the airplane. The bus. It was so fantastic. So thank you for flying with us today. The captain and I are, thank you for your journey. I laugh because it was fantastic. It gave me the sense that bus with identity issues. It really was pretending to be an airplane, and it was absolutely fantastic. That one surprise earns this 5 corks because it just made my day. So a total of 4.8 corks. I call it a 5 cork experience all the way. If you're in Malaysia, want to travel from Kuala Lumpur to Singapore, it is absolutely the way to go. Hope you enjoyed my video. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. It helps the channel. Help me reach my first milestone of 1,000 subscribers. Well, that's it for today. May your travel sparkle with luxury. Cheers.